I'm just going to step over here so you guys can see the presentation. Pinterest. How many of you have ever heard of Pinterest before? A few of you. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, you're entering a whole new world of excitement. This is something where you can transform yourself into an expert gardener, or a gourmet chef like Paula Deen or Wolfgang Puck, or a creative party planner. So we'll be discussing what all the buzz is about this website, and I'll show you how to navigate it, as well as show you some of the things that I took from this and why I love it so much. So what is Pinterest? According to Wikipedia, I'm just going to read it here off of this, Pinterest is a pinboard-style social photo sharing website that allows users to create and manage theme-based images, collections such as events, interests, and much more. So to give you a brief history, Pinterest was developed in 2009, around December 2009, as a testing site, and it garnered up to 10,000 users by 9 months. In August 2011, Time magazine rated it one of the top 50 best websites of 2011. And today, there's over 11 million hits, most of them generated by female users, and they've also incorporated businesses into this, which I'll get into a little bit later. So that's a whole lot to take in, so I'm going to start off with the navigation process. This is the login for Pinterest. You can connect through Facebook as well as Twitter, or if you want to do it through your email, that's fine. I go through Facebook because it's easier. This is my page, and you can see there's virtual boards, and I categorize them according to my interests. So I have hair and all that jazz, so that's hair tips, beauty tips, all kinds of stuff there. Home is home decor and do-it-yourself projects, desserts, different recipes. I have a mason jar obsession with how you can use that, so there's one there. And something on Halloween and drinks. Once you enter one of the boards, you'll see it's very much like a tack board where you would use the push pins to push different things in and kind of just give you an overview. So this is my home board. As you can see here, an example would be an old bookcase. It's kind of boring, so you can jazz it up by putting wallpaper in the background, make it a little bit jazzier. So they kind of give you can see different things in terms of how to do-it-yourself projects that would help your house. Once you click on one of the pins, it'll bring you to a larger image. And you can see you can tweet it here, you can report it if it's offensive, or you could email it to someone. There's a caption below with information that you can edit yourself. So for example, I may want to use graham crackers instead of vanilla wafers with my red velvet cheese balls, so I might make note of that in there. And you can see that it comes from a blog. So all this content is pulled from a website, and this was from tasteandtellblog.com. And you can see to the left, that's my dessert board that it's coming from, and below are different pins from the Taste and Tell blog. In case you're interested in what they have, you can search through their boards and see if there's anything you like there. Once you click on the picture, it brings you to the actual website where it was pulled from. And here is the red velvet cheese ball recipe with the prep time and how long it cooks, the serving, the instructions. So instead of cutting and clipping all of those recipes, you can simply just tag it on a virtual board. You'll never lose it. Going back to the main page, you'll see there's a lot going on here. At the top, there's info for you if you want to get back to your page. But you'll see here that I have a bunch of pins that have kind of no relation to each other. This is actually my friend that I chose to follow. It's very similar to Facebook or Twitter. So if you choose to follow someone with your interests, their stuff is going to pop up on your feed. So she's got something on snowflakes and a Christmas picture. So I can repin those, and you can do so by hitting the repin button. Say I like that picture, I want to use that. It'll pop up here, and you from the drop-down menu can choose which board you want to pin it to, as well as put a little caption as long as it's 500 characters or less, and you'll see below that you can link it to Facebook if you choose to. Back to the main page, you'll see on the left-hand column there's a friends to follow. Since I did this through Facebook, it's pulling my Facebook friends. So if I wanted to follow them because we may have some similar interests, I could do so, but I don't have to. There's also a recent activity. This is kind of like notifications on Facebook. So if someone repins one of the things that you had posted, then you'll see that they repinned it. Or if they're following you now, if they really liked your interests and they're following your board or your pins. So let's say you don't want to repin something from your friends. You rather search the whole site by yourself. There's some information at the top that you can search for. They have categories there. If you don't want to do the categories, you can go by everything and it will just pull at random. There's also at the top popular, so it will pull the most popular things that are being pinned. And then gifts, that goes back to the business pages. And they will post stuff under, I think categorizes it under dollar amount. So you can go by a dollar amount if you're looking for a gift for someone for the holidays. But let's say that you are looking at cupcakes. You want to look at maybe making cupcakes for someone for their birthday. Food and drink might be good, but it's a very broad subject. So like all websites, you can go to the search engine located on the upper left-hand corner and you can type in cupcakes. So when I type it in, you get there's three different searches in how you can search for cupcakes. The first is pins, and under pins it will just bring up different pins of cupcakes that have those keywords in it. So that's kind of at random. It'll give you a whole list. I generally do mine under boards because it will pull the category of boards. So this person, Andrea Retz, she's got some weird owl cupcakes there. Maybe I like that. I can check out her entire board, which is all cupcakes, and stay under one place. Or I could choose to follow her if I really like her decorations. And I can also look at other ones too. You see there's flowers. There's one with fondue and another one for Christmas there. So you can search around and endlessly. There's an endless list of them. There's also, the third option is pinners. This goes back to the business pages. Let's say you wanted to follow somebody's board, but maybe not mine because I'm not a cupcake expert. So maybe you follow the Cupcake Daily blog or Little Cupcake Boxes because they're going to be pinning different recipes and maybe some easy tips on how to cook cupcakes. I may not have that information. So there's that option. You can follow them there. So you might be thinking this is a major time sucker. And yes, it is. I find that I have to allocate at least maybe a half hour to an hour of my time or else I can just go on for days looking at this stuff. So what are the things that I have done in my time since I started using this earlier last year? Well, with baking, this past August, I decided to do high heel cupcakes for my friend. She was getting married, so she had a wedding shower. So I did cupcakes inspired from, as you can see, the ones on the lower right-hand corner. My photos are going to be up on the upper left. I also, when my nails are very strong and great, I took an interest into painting my own nails and instead of going to a nail salon. And more recently, I wanted to carve a pumpkin, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I found this one on here, and it was a huge hit with my family. And this one here is actually my cousin. She recently got married, and like all new brides, they go to Facebook to kind of get an idea of what they could do for engagement photos. So for Pinterest, it's great for everyone. It covers all topics, and it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old, male or female. You can find something on here, whether you're looking for that Halloween costume for your kid or grandkid, or maybe you're trying to reuse that rusty old rake in the back shed. That's a great way to reuse that. Or maybe you just want to wow your family with a different way of presenting breakfast. If you start pinning your way through life, you might find that you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you will discover. Thank you.